It's Labor Day weekend and you deserve a treat. Like 25% off all your Liquid IV favorites and exclusive gifts with purchase during Liquid IV's Labor Day sale happening now. This is a limited time offer, so stock up on all your favorite hydration before it ends. From the hydration multiplier to sugar-free flavors and more. Go to liquidiv.com and use code LIVPODS at checkout to get 25% off site-wide. Plus, exclusive gifts with purchase at liquidiv.com, code LIVPODS.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
It's good to have you on board here on a Football Friday. Mitch Moss, Pauly Howard, Follow the Money, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. We're live in Las Vegas, Circa Resort and Casino. We were live on the air yesterday, and I basically said 3 minutes before Micah Parsons was traded to Green Bay, I would fall off my couch if Green Bay traded for him. Yep. So I did not anticipate that, and it happened. And joining the show right now to take us through yesterday and why it ultimately took place is RJ Choppy. Does a great job, 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. RJ, thanks for the time today. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I feel like my head's been spinning, but I'm doing well.
So can you take us through the day then yesterday and what ultimately led Jerry Jones to making this decision?
So we had never did we think that this was going to happen. We had heard rumblings that obviously teams were looking for him and that wanted to trade for him. We had never thought this was actually going to take place. We were stunned. The reality is that when this news broke, it wasn't the Luka deal. When the Luka news broke, we had friends over. One of them came out of the bathroom and said Luka got traded, and I just looked at like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. And then I saw it, and I was like, no, this is not real. This is AI. I don't believe this.
Uh-huh.
When this happened, I got a text from our producer, and it was a screenshot of Ian Rappaport's report, and I just read it, and I was like, oh, what's this news? Oh, this signs a $188 million deal. And it didn't even dawn on me that it was Micah, and then it didn't dawn on me that it was trade. I was like, oh, my God, the Cowboys signed him. Oh, wow, okay, now I see what's going on. Oh, my night was over. My night was over at that point.
No doubt. And I was watching you this morning. This is a unique take and opinion. You don't think they got enough for him?
I don't. I mean, he's a 26-year-old superstar, generational kind of talent, and you got 2 firsts. You got less than they got for Khalil Mack.
Uh-huh.
He's better than Khalil Mack. I mean, I just don't think there's enough. To me, they should have gotten, I'm not going to say 3 ones, but I mean, give me some 2s, a 3. I don't need a player. I didn't need Kenny Clark. Cool. He helps the run defense. I mean, he's pushing 30. If you're going to make this decision, if you're going to make this move, blow it up. Like, you don't need a win now player because you're not a win now team. Yes. I would have much preferred more picks.
Well, Jerry really made it a point to say how much that he loves Kenny Clark in his press conference last night.
Kenny's going to be in the will. Kenny's going to be in Jerry's will now. Like this, he speaks more highly of him than he ever did about Micah. It's crazy. I mean, I'm
Great
sure
point.
Kenny's a really nice player, and I don't really follow interior defensive line of the Green Bay Packers. That I don't focus on that. But, this is Micah Parsons. I mean, you fell into one of the 3 best edge rushers in the game today, and then you just moved on. I don't know. I don't get it.
That was my reaction the night of that draft when he came out. I'm like, oh, my God, the Cowboys are actually going to get Micah Parsons. There's no way he should still be on the board. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I said out loud. He fell to the Cowboys. I can't believe it. And I also, I'm blown away by the trade yesterday, much like you were. So what do you think now? You've had 24 hours to process it. Like, what's the floor for the Cowboys this year? What's their ceiling?
Well, I thought before the trade, again, assuming all health, right? Anything can happen. All hell breaks loose.
Right.
Assuming all health, Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Not great, not elite, but he's a really, really good one. So they their ceiling is they could be a playoff team. I mean, they got a good quarterback. When you have a good quarterback, you can be a playoff team. Their floor. So I thought the juice to the over at half was right. I thought the number was a little low. I thought the over should have been 8.5, and give me a fair number there on the juice. But I still think that the over is in play. I just think their floor has gone from 6 to maybe 5. I think that's their floor. But again, I mean, this is the same team that when Mike is healthy and on the field, they're number 1 in defensive EPA per play. When he's off the field, at 31.
That's right.
Something's got to give.
That's right. So you were so good the last time you were on this show about Jerry and how everything changed. And the guy said he could fire you. Something along those lines about how bizarre that would be when you talk to him. So take us through what the fan reaction is and also your tirade about how it became about, forget about Super Bowls and going to NFC title games. It's about what's the evaluation and how much is the team worth and tours and merchandise and all that crap that's gone on, and not about winning playoff games.
Well, the fans are upset. They're not upset necessarily at the move. If you were to just take the move and just take the trade in a vacuum and you trade Micah for 2 firsts, the fans aren't upset. Edge rushers get dealt all the time. Wide receivers get dealt. It happens, right? Not a big deal. It's just the way this thing went down. The fans are kind of upset. They're like, why didn't you do this in the spring? If you were going to trade them in the spring. Maybe you get an extra pick out of it. At least you could recoup that edge rusher you just lost, and you could have done something in the draft. They didn't do that, so that cost them there.
Yeah.
Fans are exhausted. Like that, they're just exhausted right now. They're exhausted with the team, with the franchise, with the direction of it, or lack of direction of it. And in terms of Jerry, look, I really like Jerry. I think Jerry is one of, if not the greatest marketer since P.T. Barnum. And that's why we call him P.T. Barnum, because he is a marketer.
Mm-hmm.
They market their product at a different level. He is just not doing, and I shouldn't say this because the Cowboys generally have a pretty good team. So he pretty much generally does a decent job fielding a roster. This was just a misstep, the whole way he handled this from the start, trying to hold out and trying to hold off from signing them, to cutting the agent out, to making these snide remarks about not being healthy or not performing in big games. I mean, he handled this as poorly as it gets, and he really got kind of worked by a 26-year-old with no training in a negotiation.
Yeah, absolutely. Was the last straw what happened on the training table with the preseason game?
Great question. So I don't know. Did you listen to the entire press conference?
No, I did not. They cut away from it on NFL Network. I watched a lot of it.
Okay. All right. So he was asked about this at the very end.
Okay.
And Steven and Jerry were up there, and they were asked, and Steven said, "No, we're not offended by that. That's not how you do business." And Jerry cuts in and was like, that's not what we want to see from a teammate. And it was like, okay, all right. Now we've got our first kind of tug of war here. I do think that hacked, and I know it bothered a lot of people in that building. Now, whether it bothered them to the point where that was the last straw or not, but it bothered people in that building.
Enough to deal them.
Well, look, the timing makes it look like, yes, that was enough to deal them. I don't think that's the case. I think what happened is, and I think it was Jane Slater that first had the report. Micah came back to renegotiate, and Jerry said, play on the 5th year or leave. And I think that was the last straw.
Okay.
When Micah wanted to negotiate again.
I thought you also made a good point today. And at some point he could take over. I don't think Steven wanted to be there at all and looked upset and like he's worn out.
Well, Steven's lived like 6 lives himself. Like Jerry and Steven, when those two pass away, they are going to have lived 5 to 8 lives together each. They are just living. And like, there's a lot of stress with this job. And there's a lot of stress with working with your dad. Your dad talks to you probably different than a boss does. What are you going to do? Go to HR, your father? That doesn't work.
I know. Yeah. Right.
So your dad can say whatever he wants to you.
Yes.
It's your dad. And what are you going to say back? It's like, this team is, I'm giving this team to you when I pass away. You're not going to say anything to him. So, I think it just wears on him. And, they are very loyal to each other, Steven and Jerry, and Charlotte and Jerry Jr. They're very, very loyal to each other. To the point where, like, Steven is not going to, he'll push back in private, but not publicly. He won't push back publicly. And he takes a lot of the brunt of it because, a lot of people think that Steven, not Jerry, Steven, a lot of people, the reason why the team doesn't spend, because Steven is very frugal with his money. They think Steven holds the purse strings.
Interesting.
RJ, great spot.
But Steven's like Hal Steinbrenner, right? It's like he's the son, he's the finance guy. He's not the shoot from the hip kind of old West dude.
Yeah, well said. 30 seconds here. The next Dallas superstar athlete to get traded will be who?
Corey Seager. I don't think the Stars are going to do anything. I don't think the Stars are going to move Miro or Miko. If they have to move Wyatt Johnston, that might be it. But I think it's going to be Corey Seager.
Very cool. Follow him on X at RJ Choppy, 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. Love talking to you, man. Thanks for the time. Enjoy the weekend.
My pleasure, guys.
Thank you.
There you go.
You lose Luka and Micah at 26. The same year.
Amazing. I know.
Yeah.
We'll give you a contest update, by the way. This is incredible what is going on here at Circus Sports. We will fill you in with the latest numbers next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, so a week from today, we'll be recapping a little bit, find out what exactly this Cowboys unit is going to look like, this outfit here as they go to Philadelphia. But also, that's going to be like, man, we're down to the final day or two to get your entries in here at Circa. And right now, Pauly, let's begin with Grandissimo, the big boy. Derek Stevens introduced a $100,000 Survivor contest back with us on this show back in May. And we kicked around, I think I had low to mid 30s as a number that they would get. They might get to 50. There's 37 people in here now.
Can't believe this. When he made the announcement, I'm just like, what, 15 could be a sweat. How many are you going to get?
I thought
if they could get 50 in year one in this thing.
Yeah.
And what happened a couple days ago where 3 TikTok guys come in, 2 each, and then a pro bettor did 2. And there's been a couple more. Oh, this is.
You never know, Paul. You never know where people have you don't know. You can never judge a book by its cover. You don't know what kind of people are going to be coming in.
Cam Ross, right? You don't know how much money's out there. You never know.
Sure. Mike Palm told us a story. There was I think we're allowed to say this on the air. There was a guy vacationing.
Yes.
In Salt Lake City from the East Coast.
How good
he
is this
heard
stuff?
About the contest.
Oh, he's on the internet.
Sure.
And he's checking it out. He's like, okay, yeah.
Caught a flight to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And signed up for Grandissimo, $100,000, and said, I'm going to get all 10 in Survivor, the regular one for $1,000.
Yep.
So he heard about the contest online. He's like, what is this thing that comes across my phone? Oh, that sounds appealing to me. I better wire some money in. 100,000 here, 10,000 over on this one. Good to go. And then he goes back on vacation to Salt Lake City.
Did the full house, did the Grandissimo, and then left. And got out. Wasn't that something? It's like a Mattress Mac move.
Yeah, sure.
Come on in. Win it all, get it all. Okay.
I guessed, by the way, it was going to be a $50,000 Survivor contest. So would it be double that number right now? Would they get to 100 if it was 50,000? or because of the appeal of 100,000, are people saying, now we're talking? Now it's high stakes enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, how old is that TikTok kid, Bryce Hall? How old is he?
Oh, my God. He looked...
25, 26? He's 26. I remember. I read it. He just turned 26.
Oh, yeah, mid-27.
They threw a birthday party for him. And he's just like, okay, 200,000 cash right on the table. Let's go. And then I believe he came on with Seidenberg and said he was thinking Chargers or something in the Brazil game, if I saw that right. But it's astonishing. It's nuts. And to think you can get 50 and just going to go from there. And we won't even... Hell, even some other people might come out of the woodwork. And once you market it more and word gets out, whatever. It's nuts.
And I will tell you this. The contest show every Saturday night with Matt Brown and Mike Somich is one of the best hours of the entire week here on the network, in my opinion. It's absolutely phenomenal. And they bring in Derek Stevens and Jeff Benson to run down what happened and the entries and who's taking who. I can't wait to watch it next week because I want to know how many Grandissimo entries will be on Philadelphia. Because the thought is here, like, why are you saving anybody in Grandissimo if you're going to have 50 people playing a contest? You're probably not going to make it much longer than Halloween is my guess, right? I could be wrong. Maybe we get no upsets this year, but that seems a little unlikely. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, maybe it goes into November, but...
Well, the other aspect, too, is what David Baker's doing and Mike and Survivor Sweat about you selling pieces, and it just goes like that.
It's a great idea.
I come in, I buy it, and then I'm selling pieces right away, and people can play through me and get a piece of that as well. And that's also been a game changer, what they've done.
Yeah, I'm going to go along for the ride for the entire year of guys who have either won a contest like this before, are pros, and they get it. They sound great when they're on the air. Why not? I don't have to plunk down 100,000 of my own. I'll grab a piece for whatever it is.
And like David Baker also said, because at the time when he was in studio with us, I think we were in the 26, 27 range. He's like, I can win this thing. Absolutely. Sure. I get a great chance to win this with only maybe 30 people, 35 people. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about where your head's at if you get to Survivor and there's 35 left, if you make it that deep. What it's worth, implied value. But here, it's like you start out with 35 and the buy-in's $100,000.
Yeah, think about this for a second. But here, there's a little bit of a difference here, right? For people who are plunking down this much money to get involved, they're probably not going to be looking to sell off a little bit later on. But if you wanted to do that, and if you're down to like the final 8, let's say you get 50 people in here, and you're down to like 8. Well, hello, Survivor Sweat.
Well,
and I'm guessing that you could probably sell a chunk at that point for like $500,000 if you wanted to.
So our guest just mentioned, RJ, how great Jerry Jones is selling and marketing, right? Well, Derek Stevens also. Think about this. Have you thought about this?
I think I have, yes.
How about the fact that...
I know what you're going to say.
No, you don't.
Okay.
How about... That's the best thing you've said in 25 years. How about the fact that you might get more people here in the $100,000 buy-in than the $5,000 buy-in at the Westgate?
And that, yeah, right.
Now, what? That's in play. It's like 57-37. 57, yeah.
It'll be close. Like if you gave me...
Think about if that happens.
If you gave me like 10 and a half entries in Grandissimo, I'd probably take it. But
yeah.
Westgate, unfortunately for them, they're not pumping it up. So...
And this thing will just continue to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Their college contest, the deadline was 20 minutes ago. Their college contest flew by 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's good to see.
But the best part is when Derek comes in Tuesday about also finding out about these people and like who's in it and what. That's always the best part of the story and their backgrounds and how that goes. Like the one guy, the listener, was it John? John from the East Coast? The guy comes down, drops $135,000 in contest, Grandissimo. Sure, why not? I do it every year. I've won a Survivor contest before. Let's go. Then you stick your chest out and ego and showing off and all that comes into play and let's rock and roll.
So for those unfamiliar with the contest, the regular contest, if you didn't go back and watch like the quest for $14.2 million, you can find it at vsin.com/survivor. I think still up there. There's always something going on with a no pick, right? 31, I think it was last year in week 1, forgot to put in their pick out of 14,200 people. I think the number was 31 no picks.
I think you're low.
Am I low on that?
I thought it was a lot higher. In any event, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a price on somebody forgetting to submit Grandissimo.
Oh, come on now. I tell you, it's the damnedest thing. Yeah. I just forgot.
Life happens, man. You never know. But let's say
we've had people do the full house and forget.
That's right.
That's 10,000 out the window. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the guy was playing blackjack. I was hot. It was the summer. I forgot all about it.
Man, so let's say we get to
there was a guy who was deep in Survivor who forgot.
I know,
that was
like week 8, week 9.
Yeah.
Let's say we get to like 19,500. Maybe it touches 20,000. Week 1, how many people forget? Nothing really would surprise me. You could say triple digits and I'd be like, yeah. Or this year you could say 5 and I'd be like, okay.
Okay, let's say we get 19,000. Okay. I'm going to say over under 82.5.
Oh, my God.
82.5.
That would be wild if that happens. I'd go under, but.
Yeah, okay.
Could you imagine?
Yes, I can. Yes. Because it also
continues.
Is
that wishful thinking?
No. It also continues for the first couple months as well. More people forgot to put picks in. Well, it happened at the Westgate. It could be another one, 5,000.
Well, yeah.
It could also happen out here for other reasons. Hey, heart attack, car accident. You kill someone, I don't know, right. Jail, whatever, yeah.
Sure. Who knows? I mean, you could honestly be out in Vegas gambling all night long. You might dabble with the Red Bull vodkas, whatever your drink of choice might be.
Well, the hangover, the hangover, that's a true story. That happened to a guy.
I've lived that story too many times in my life.
The guy was at the Spearmint Rhino, and then he goes, where's my wallet? What happened? Where am I? He's got no recollection of what happened. Wallet's gone. My wallet's gone. My wallet's gone. I mean, you can't believe, yeah, that's a true story about the hangover. So it's like you black out, you wake up, there's a tiger in the bathroom. What the hell?
Jesus. But I mean,
he's not kidding. There's a tiger in the bathroom.
Because some of those places that you mentioned, they don't get really hot until like 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And you're gambling all night. You're having a great night at the tables. You go over there. I mean, my God, you might be up until 10 o'clock in the morning. Wait, it's kickoff? That happened to me many years ago. My buddies and I watched, Adam Hill and I watched Bad Lieutenant, NC-17. We started it at like 11:30 at night. And then we said, okay, now we're in the mood. We got to go out.
Good for you.
And we started to go play blackjack, and we were drinking a little bit. I'm dropping chips at the table. I pick it up. I'm playing with some strangers. I pick up like a big one on the ground. I'm like, that's kind of a biggie. You might want to hang on to that one. I wanted to bet the Atlanta-Philadelphia playoff game. They're like, Mitch, the game already kicked off. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was playing blackjack for 7 hours in a row.
Gotta be kidding me.
It's sunny.
That's a fun night. I did a night like that with Doug Kazarian. After Mega, I'm yelling at him. The ball's in the air in an hour. The ball's in the air. Come on, get going. Yeah. But that's also a case where, and they're all here. They're all here outside in the book. I mean, I don't care. Even if you're local, get a proxy. Have to do it. Mistakes happen. Life gets in the way. You never know. NFL Betting Guide updated and ready for Week 1. NFL Betting Guide 2.0 here at VSiN. Post preseason team updates, proven betting system, contest strategies, and best bets from every host, opening weekend and beyond. Get as little as $9.99 for your first 30 days. VSiN.com/subscribe. See which subscription works best for you. VSiN.com/subscribe.
More on the marquee games coming up this weekend and some of the other games as well. We'll tell you about a coach who needs to earn it big time this year. He's an offensive guy, and he lost a ton. Details next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, so Pauly, you poo-pooed Tennessee being on upset alert against Syracuse this weekend. Touching 13.5. There were 14s out there if you were looking to bet the dog in this game. So here is what is gone from Tennessee's side. Of course, Nico, no longer the quarterback there. He's at UCLA. He's gone. SEC Offensive Player of the Year, Dylan Sampson. He's in the NFL. Their top 3 receivers, adios. Their 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen, gone. All gone. Last year, Fran Brown with Syracuse, 10-3 record, number 20 overall, final AP poll, best season in 6 years. However, there's no more Kyle McCord, and gone there, top 3 receivers as well. And McCord was awesome last year. He threw for like more than 4,700 yards.
Yeah. You returned 2 starters on offense, and you didn't have a good defense. And
that's the main reason why?
That's right, yep.
Okay. And Heupel likes to get out there and score 60 if you can anyway.
So whether they're changing the offense and it's a new offense, they did have a good year last year. It's not like that kid was awesome anyways. You remember? I mean, if you take out the Vandy game, it wasn't. So I don't think it's like, oh, my God, we lost Nico. Now what are we going to do?
Okay, I don't disagree with that.
That's what I'm saying, that they can still be good offensively.
Right. I have to be honest, I don't like a lot tonight on the card. I liked a lot more last night in college football. So I don't have like a zillion bets going on tonight. I never got involved in the UNLV Sam Houston State game. I might look at the over before kickoff. That's coming up at 9:30 Eastern. But you do have a bet on Auburn and Baylor.
Yep. I got Baylor futures, and I got Baylor to win this game tonight. And some people agree with the line move. I just don't understand how Hugh Freeze, who's gone 5-7 and 6-7 so far, is going to come in here with Jackson Arnold and win the game in a tough place to play, and they're going to be jacked up and ready to go in Waco. And Baylor went 5-1 ATS last year at home, closed on a nice winning streak. And Robertson had 28 touchdown passes and 3,000 yards. I think he'll be the difference. Completed 62% of his passes. And I expect big things this year from Baylor. And the cool thing is we're going to find out right away because it's Auburn tonight, and then they go to SMU, and that's up at DraftKings, and they're getting 3.5. And then you get in the league play as well. So strong close to the season, good ATS record at home, and I think Baylor gets it done tonight.
I think there's a really good chance that conference is going to be a total crapshoot again this year. That's the chalk in saying that. But also, like, to tie that in, the Big Ten last night, some of those middle teams that we thought were going to be, like, kind of dangerous. One game, not going to get nuts. Did not exactly go swimmingly for the Big Ten teams last night. And so far...
None of them covered.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And their offenses looked... Oh, that was hideous look-away time.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to be completely concerned about the Mountain West Conference. And now if you want to look around, I can't blame anybody if they want to dabble, taking some longer shots like a Memphis. You brought up James Madison to make the playoff this year. I'm totally on board with that. Because Boise now, after that game, and they were just completely embarrassed. They were terrible. They were not ready for the game, by the way it appeared. They went from plus 180 to plus 1120 at FanDuel to make the playoffs. They get Notre Dame on the schedule. I'll assume that doesn't go well based on one game. But other than that, they're going to have to probably run the table to be that team again this year. And then look good, probably.
Yeah, it's one thing to lose, but you got embarrassed on national television.
Yeah, people are going to file that one away.
In a standalone game. So I couldn't believe how bad the offense looked. That's what, veteran quarterback, and they couldn't do a damn thing. But certainly the defense was on the field too long, and they'll be strong as well. James Madison goes to Louisville September 5th. They're at Liberty, at Texas State. Yeah, okay.
James Madison, I believe, I think they're catching 14 in the game at Louisville.
All right, thank you. 10-1 at DraftKings to make it. I'm not. That's not bad. Fine to go with Memphis maybe as well. If you want to go that route. Where you at with Georgia Tech, Colorado? I'm with Brad Powers. Brad Powers is big time down on Colorado, but I think Georgia Tech gets the win and cover tonight. 7-6 last year. 14 guys who started a game return. Good rushing attack. Haynes King might do damage on the ground. Colorado lost their top 4 pass catchers. You know about Sanders and Hunter gone. Salter comes in, the transfer from Liberty, to play quarterback. Slow start last year, though, too. Almost lost to North Dakota State and then got buried by Nebraska. So I think Georgia Tech on ESPN tonight coming up. Georgia Tech gets the win and cover as well.
I'm certainly not going to argue with Chuck Edel, who came on the show 90 minutes ago. And if you missed his appearance, you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And we encourage you, by the way, to subscribe to it as well. Give us 5 stars if you don't mind. That would be outstanding. But Chuck Edel was on last year's winner of the Friday Night Football Invitational here at Circa, and he likes the under. I'm not going to disagree. The guy's awesome on totals in college football, and I'll point this out as well. Now, Georgia Tech, out of any team in the country, they ran the most combined read options and speed options last year. Colorado had a PFF grade, Pro Football Focus, at 86.1 against the read or the speed option a season ago. That tied South Carolina and Ohio State for 10th best overall in the nation. And as Chuck pointed out, the only thing that anybody ever talked about last year was Hunter and Sanders on offense. Their defense carried that team. Legitimately, under the radar, put up good numbers. Metrics were totally fine. And they had the 17th lowest EPA per rush in those spots. But when teams continue to run the ball against them over and over and over during the same game, they would eventually wear on them. in terms of winning games. They were 4-4 straight up when opponents ran the ball 35-plus times. Georgia Tech averaged nearly 37 rushes per game last year. And they were 5-2 when they had at least that many attempts on the ground. So I don't think Salter is going to do much in the air in this game. It's going to come down to what he's going to be like running the football and what the team is like overall running the football. He's not accurate. But since 2023, he's tied for the most explosive runs in the country at the quarterback position, and he had 66 of them. That's pretty good. So there's a lot here that says it's going to be a low-scoring kind of grinder type of game tonight.
All right.
It may be like long drives, by the way, taking a lot of time off the clock.
All right. And out of the 3 marquee games, what would be something that'll you fall off the couch? The 3 marquee games.
If Miami blows out Notre Dame.
Okay.
I can't see that happening.
All right. Usually happens when Notre Dame goes there, but fair enough. It still is Freeman against Cristobal, but we'll see if the changes of the defense help, and we'll see what Beck can do against that defense. It's supposed to rain, and good write-up on ESPN.com about an SEC coach called Beck a turnover machine and a turnover waiting to happen.
Well, there's a very good chance it doesn't go well for him in that game tomorrow. Or
possible.
Sure, because again, against man coverage, 55% completion rate last year. Notre Dame was like one of the best teams in the country in man coverage, and they have a tremendous secondary.
I can't wait to come in Monday. Talk TCU, North Carolina, and Hoodie, and Lombardi. But also, what do these yes-no playoff odds look like
now?
After these games, right? You see the big move on Boise, and rightfully so. What happens after these 3 big games are played?
You're probably going to want to look at the yes on the teams that lose.
Yeah, Clemson minus $2, Notre Dame minus 180, Miami plus 170, Texas minus 320, Buckeyes minus 380.
Do you have LSU?
That was Paul Stone gave it out.
He did.
I did not.
I don't remember the number on that.
I forgot to write that one down.
Might have been like minus 140.
Uh-huh.
In that neighborhood.
How many? You're going to say 4 SEC teams get in?
Yes, I am. That's
LSU plus 110.
Oh, plus 110. I was wrong on the number. Okay.
All right, that's a DK. Well, broad move.
So I don't have a bet on the game as of right now, but I kind of want to see Arch set the world on fire tomorrow.
Well, certainly Chip Brown put me on his rushing yards, which you got to be careful because of the sacks usually going against your rushing.
Yeah.
That's a great point that Ozzie made, our buddy, TMI Ozzie, because you saw it. He liked Brown to score a couple rushing touchdowns with South Florida. I go, why aren't you on over 51.5? He goes, a couple sacks.
A couple sacks take you out.
Absolutely. But that's Arch's 25.5 at Will Hill Caesars. And as Chip said, like Sark told him, when it's a big game, we have to get the W. It's okay. Run time. Go, Arch.
That's
Take off and run. So that'll be in the playbook. And it's do whatever you can to win.
I like the fact that he pointed out last year on one of those runs he was going more than 20 miles an hour. Kind of tells you he's a total freak athlete. Right. I want to see, because just for the reaction, I want to see Arch go like 30 or 37 for like 350, 4 touchdowns. And he's just absolutely awesome.
Right. And where's the Heisman number go to? And here's the other thing on that, because I think Belichick's the best of all time. You get these guys outside of Belichick, it's an unmitigated disaster. I like Vrabel. But you get these guys, once they get away from Belichick, oh, my God. McDaniels,
Charlie
Weiss, Crennel.
Yeah, all of them, pretty much.
Yes, how bad it's been. Patricia. So that's where I'm at, where you hired this guy as your defensive coordinator?
Yeah, why?
That's a weird hire.
He's turning into a little bit of Ashton Kutcher here.
The resume, and it doesn't, does he keep getting jobs?
Sure.
Absolutely. As the official horse racing partner of VSiN, First Bet, built for bettors who demand more. In-app tools give you win, place, and show probabilities for each runner. You can quickly and easily identify good value plays and improve your ROI just in time to take advantage of their limited time $250 sign-up offer from the Pacific Classic. Claim your bonus now. VSiN 250. First Bet app or at firstbet.com. In pocket up next.
Was on coke if his girlfriend was not.
These games are a burial, a blowout, a human lock. You
You can bet your unborn children's children on these games.
I was so good that whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
You got it, Ace. Need to turn it around. A lot of bad luck going against us. Can you believe you couldn't get Louder over receiving yards, and that's how the game played out? And a guy has 4 catches, and one of them's 20 yards?
Well, I can't believe how bad they looked overall.
I mean, they're forced to throw the ball the whole second half. And they 7 points, and still he can't go over. Incredible. The stud tight end for Boise State. No good there. And a tough one in League 2. Salford City dominated Cheltenham Town. Draw, 1-1. Total domination. But again, you get Cheltenham Town came into the match 0-5. They had 1 goal scored on the season and conceded 11. 1-1 draw. Tough. You just get that fluky goal and out you go. Not okay in a 3-way with soccer. Clemson, lane 4 against LSU. I like them a lot. Our guest, Preston Guy, was great. But talking to all my friends, go Tigers. Back in Baton Rouge, it's the O-line is a disaster. And the issues they've had in practice. Now, your comeback could be, maybe the D-line, watch out. But the O-line having their issues in practice. You can't like this comment from Brian Kelly. We're going to rotate 8 guys. And Clemson D-line, vile and nasty. Plus, you got to love Klubnik as well. And I think the Tigers, Clemson takes them out. Tennessee, laying a bunch there, guys. Tennessee to put it on Syracuse, 14 in that game. Notre Dame, Miami, under 52.5. Rain in the forecast in that one. They could come out conservative as well from a play calling standpoint. Good job by Chip Brown, our guest earlier in the show. Put me on Arch Manning, rushing yards over 25.5 at Will Hill and Caesars. And our gal's back at it tonight. Check her, make sure it's a late game. Want to make sure everything's okay with the ankle. Big game for the LA Sparks. Remember, Mike Palm was on, and he likes the Sparks tonight. Big one for playoffs against Indiana. But Rakia Jackson has been on fire for the Sparks. I have to take her again. She's been so good to us. $1.10 to get 17 or more at DraftKings, but 16.5 is the prop for points. I'll tell you, if Kelsey Plum would feed her more and stop being a ball hog, this gal is dangerous from 3. She is phenomenal. So keep it going, Miss Jackson.
Have a weekend, Pauly. Arch Manning plus 180 to score a touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that.
To tie in what TMI Ozzy was saying about sacks
Maybe
can ding it, and then, all right. Well, I split a couple of bets last night. Central Florida, no bueno. 11.5 in the first half. What was it, scoreless?
Scoreless at half.
After a 6-hour delay, the way it felt?
Now, why did they do a halftime?
I don't. I mean,
there was 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and it was a 90-minute delay. Why is there a halftime?
Was it only? I thought it was the entire night. I thought they were going to call the game.
In any event, they were lucky to get out of there alive. That was they got me too.
Lost those bets. Buffalo, Minnesota, first half under. That was love that one. Everything that you needed to go right went right in that game. And I'd pay attention to Minnesota totals. Anything above like 43, 44 against the right competition, I think would be worth a look this entire year. Moving forward here. I know I'm still on LSU plus the 4. We'll get to that in a second. Well, here's what I have pending. This is going to be graded out on Sunday night, by the way. We'll be back on Monday to talk about it, but it's not over.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, it's not over. No. I can have a multi-team dead heat.
Aren't you got a 3-game lead?
A 3-game lead, but they have 3 against Toronto. They're up by 3 against the Phillies, the Braves, and I think maybe one other team. So I have the Brewers at 14-1. I should have said this, by the way. So I bet all these to win pretty much the same amount. Padres not going to get there. Reds not going to get there. Orioles, those are going to be losers. I need one more win from Milwaukee this weekend.
After how bad it's been. You lose 2 out of 3 to the Giants. You blew the game Sunday.
You lost 2 out of the 4 against Arizona.
Okay, yep.
The bullpen has been an absolute disaster lately.
Good one tonight. Freddie Peralta against Shane Bieber.
It is. I need one more win to win this.
Okay.
To clear it, they take it down on their own. That's it.
Did you say Atlanta?
Atlanta. Unless Atlanta, it came down to the winner of the Atlanta-Philadelphia game last night.
Oh, so they're out now.
They're out now, but
Okay,
it's
but
Philadelphia,
Philly-
Boston, and I think maybe like one other team.
Oh, boy.
So if Philadelphia and
okay.
Boston sweep this weekend and Milwaukee loses out, they get swept, it's a three-way dead heat.
You had a 15-game winning streak or something.
You can pick me up at the bottom of Hoover Dam.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Concrete shoes.
Let's see here.
Oh.
Yeah, the LSU game is pending. Made that earlier in the week, plus the 4. We're on opposite sides. I might get off this game. I'm a little bit scared now.
I love Tom Allen to Clemson. That's big. I think that's a big acquisition, just like our guy Schwartzy during the commercial break as well. If you're Ohio State, how do you let Knowles go and he goes to Penn State of all teams?
Right.
You're Ohio State.
Added this play, too. Clemson, buddy, season tickets. Goes to all their games. Antonio Williams, over 5.5 receptions, plus 108.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. G-Bank, built with sports bettors in mind. Right now, you can earn a $50 cashback reward bonus on once you're approved and your account is open with the G-Bank Visa Signature Card. Most credit cards treat sports books and gaming transactions as cash advances, even when it's your own money. G-Bank treats them as regular purchases. No cash advance fee, saving you 3 to 5% on every deposit. You'll earn a 1% cash back on all eligible sports book and gaming transactions. 2% cash back on everything else you buy. Apply now. VSiN.com/GBank. 7-3 Army. Messing around. Tarleton State. Army minus 7.5 in play. 42.5 the total. This dog's barking here.
Do we want to do Dale Hansen here, or can I give you some stats on? Is that ready?
It's ready.
It's ready.
You want me to play it?
You'll do it right now?
I'll do it right now. This is good. So in light of this bizarre press conference yesterday of, we're a better team now and watch out for the Cowboys. This is good. Dale Hansen, WFAA-TV, on his long relationship with Jerry Jones and the one time he got him and pissed him off.
I said to him live on the air over at Victory Park when we were over at the studios. Mm-hmm. And my question to Jerry was, can you name a team in any sport, that would hire you to be their general manager based on your record, unless, of course, you bring your checkbook with you. Name me a single team. Can you do it? He goes, yes, I can. And I looked at him, I said, I'll wait. Now, it felt like I waited like 15 minutes. I probably waited about 12 seconds, if that. But you know how dead air is, and I'm just staring at him. And he's kind of blubbering around. And I said, Jerry, that's my point. There's not a single team in any sport that would hire you to be their general manager. Not a one. And yet you insist upon being the general manager of one of the most iconic franchises in all the sports. That's my problem with you as the general manager. That's why the Cowboys can't get back to the Super Bowl. We finished the interview. John McKay and Gloria Campos have both swallowed their tongues. They're about ready to throw up in their mouths. They're stumbling to pitch to a commercial break. Jerry stands up. I then reach out to shake hands and thank him for the time, and he just slaps my hand and storms out. And I called Rich Dalrymple, the PR guy, the next day, and I went, what was that all about? Because I've said some harsh things to Jerry's face, and he just rolls with it because he loves the publicity. He just does. And Rich Dalrymple says to me, you sliced his Achilles tendon. You exposed him to the one thing that he knows he can't answer. You exposed him, and it really set him off. He said, our drive back after that interview was maybe the maddest I've ever seen Jerry Jones. And being the idiot I am, I went, well, then I guess my work here is done.
Very good.
He was like a treasure in that area. His rants were epic. I'd try to watch them like every week.
That's why you can't support that. You have to just say, I'm done. You can't. It's unacceptable what's going on there.
Let me get you. I think we need an ad here in pocket. Tommy Castellanos, over 25.5 rushing yards.
Is that what he is?
Pro Football Focus. Alabama's defense last year struggled the most against mobile quarterbacks. They allowed at least 50 rushing yards to QBs in 5 games last season, lost 3 of those, right? Facing an option concept in those games, they allowed 6 yards per carry and nearly a 20% explosive run rate. Castellanos racked up the 8th most rushing yards in the nation over the past 2 seasons, excluding sacks. Again, careful there. He also ranked 7th in explosive runs and 11th in missed tackles forced in that time. I got to add that.
Well, he also doesn't think Alabama's going to stop him.
I know.
They don't, quote, they don't have Saban to save them. I don't see them stopping me. Incredible. It's incredible. The onions on this kid. Oh, man. Touchdown Tarleton State.
Is it 10? Do they
It's
lead?
10-7. They have the lead. Second quarter at Army.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, well, a lot of people
week.
were on the Army win total under this year. They lost a ton of people.
Yeah, they were so good last year. That was a great story.
How do you feel
Good.
having it back?
Good.
Clang, clang,
Feels
king in the
good.
Rim Ram room? Good?
Yes,
Or?
well, hopefully these games live up to the hype, too.
No kidding.
Let's keep them close.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Good luck with the bet. Stay tuned. VSiN Prime Time next for 4 very entertaining hours. We'll see you.